Alright guys, so forgive me if that camera is to fall, but I'm going to show you pretty much everything there is to know, because there's not much to know about a Briggs & Stratton starter that has been burned up. Got a 5/16 end wrench. I don't know where it's aimed at, I can't see. But if you see, this is the starter off the Murray, and it has been completely worn out. So, up to it and start taking the bolts out. You'll have 2 bolts on the bottom. Try not to drop your wrench. If you'll notice, it is a better camera. Because it is a different camera on a different phone. Okay, so you'll get a bolt like that. That goes all the way through. Sorry, bad angle. See that? Will go all the way through and stick out a little bit through the top. The other one you take out, and once you break them loose, do a few rounds with the wrench, you're pretty good from there on. Now you get to see what this Murray was actually starting with. You'll notice there's a little black powder there. No, you can't. See the black? I got the flash on, sorry. But now, let's hope I could do this with one hand now, because I just took it out of the vise. So, see my little handy dandy vise pod? But you may need a screwdriver to pop this out. This one has been taken apart before, so it doesn't really need it. So, there is your bearings. You can see all just the metal shavings and dirt all over it. There's your bushing. Next, you have the starter. It was burned. But you could probably, if it's possible, might be able to get some epoxy on there. Probably not that easily though. Okay. I am using Darren's idea. Anybody who hasn't heard of Darren, go over to his YouTube page, his YouTube channel, Murray Mayhem. You might know him from that. He said to put a bottle cap, but this is too big. This is an oil cap. But I mean, this thing isn't going back together, so. Okay. See that? It's not the best sign in the world. And this is what caused the Murray to not start anymore. Oh yeah, and all that in there too. Alright, let's see if I can get this casing off. Alright, I'm going to put you back in this vise pod. And hopefully you can see what I'm looking at. Okay, now I get to see the wide range that you have. Get a little lower. Alright, let's try that. Once again, excuse me if it falls, so you might want to watch your volume a little bit. I don't know where Kitty went, she was out here. Alright, so break this loose, run out. Those are some strong knives. And there's pretty much the inside of a burned up starter. You'll see that it might still turn great. The brushes, I forget what they're called. But sometimes, if you're lucky, you can take a pencil eraser and go to those, just like one at a time, just get them till they're clean. I don't have a pencil eraser to demonstrate, but Oh yeah. And another bad sign would be to have broken or cracked magnets. See, that goes all the way down. That one's just broken off completely. So yeah, that's not a very good sign either. Here's the brushes up close again. So you could probably, I could probably get that bottle cap in there and excuse me for a moment. Heat that thing. Alright. So, I could probably get that cap in there now. Alright, but it might not be the easiest thing in the world because I gotta hold all 4 brushes back. Oh yeah, and look at how worn that brush is. Also, I put my finger in there so it knows where to focus. Like if I were to do that real quick, do that right there. That's already focused. That's it. See that? It's a good hint for some people who say like their thing's crapping out or something, but really it's not. So yeah. That's pretty much everything there is to know about a starter. If your starter goes out, it would be good to take that little C-clip off. Right, that little C-clip. It goes, well, mine goes from there all the way back around to there. And I have taken like a flathead screwdriver and just gone at it and gotten it off, and then we had to buy new ones because it was too thrown apart. But you could save this whole top piece, or you could just save the gear, because this is a plastic gear. But if you buy a new starter and it has a plastic gear on it, if that is to strip out, you can use this one. So, or if you're lucky, you can take this whole shaft off and put it on the other starter. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to a starter. It's not much. If you needed to repair one, it wouldn't be hard, unless you have a broken magnet or something. That's what I was talking about with the pencil eraser. Unfortunately, I don't have one. I can see if I do. No, I don't think I do, dang it. Oh, look at that! I didn't know those were in there. WD-40 things, stuff. Got a few more mowers I gotta fix for people. That one, I'll show you here. It's a little 3 horsepower, I think. See that in there? That's not gas anymore. There's the cap. We got them all in the truck. There's 3 of them. One he gave me, so that's over there now. But we got them all loaded in the truck, and he kind of slipped in that he hadn't started it for the past 3 years. So we'll see how that goes with the carburetor. But yeah. If you want me to, well, I guess I will, because you guys can't respond while I'm talking. So, lower again. By the way, how I'm making it lower is I take it and I put it in like that, so the weight pries against itself. And to make it higher, I tighten it. And to face it lower, I loosen it, and it works. I mean, I'm getting a new case soon, so doesn't matter if I ruin this one. So yeah. So I will do this real quick. So if you're lucky they didn't come out of the thing yet. Sometimes you're lucky enough that they don't come out of the spring. I happen to not be, so I feel very lucky right now. This is why he did it. As soon as you take it out of the starter, that's the best idea. Looks like a piece of magnet or brush or something. Yeah, I can't get that in there because I don't have the skills or the drive to be able to do it. So, yeah. So that's pretty much how you take a starter apart. If you want to put it back together, make sure that the terminal is facing the way you need it to. This, the casing, the big part is where the terminal goes, obviously. But when you put it back in, it goes back in such a way that the screws go in between the magnets. So when you put it back in, see if I can get it back in here. Make sure those tabs are on the bottom. Oh yeah, and the magnets will fight you. Ooh, my finger. Okay, so then make sure your mount is facing the right way. You can look straight through and see the hole, like I just did. And then you want to make sure that the larger tab hole thing is facing the way you need it to, because it could be completely backwards like that, and then all of a sudden you've got a wire going around the starter to it, so it's always good to have it like that. Stupid thing. Where'd that hole go? Oh. Alright, there it is. And then, usually, you would put your brushes in next, which, for the unknowledged, are these. Usually we would put those in next, but I can't fit them in because they have come out. Usually what my dad has done is he would take string and go from one to the other, like, and pull them back and put it in. Or, well, that's the only way I've ever been taught to do. I just kind of watched them do it, so I have them there. But if you put it back in, when you put it back on, see the two spaces where it's not dirty? Those should match up with the holes. So then you take a bolt, go right straight back up the middle, or side, or whatever, because circles don't have sides. And you put them back in, just like you took them out. Though you might want to go over to Murray Mayhem, and he has done a video very recently, actually, on how to do this kind of stuff. I was just out here and I had the starter, because I got a new starter for the Murray, so figured I'd show you. I didn't anticipate this. I wasn't planning for that. So oh. Really, right when I need a flathead screwdriver. Why do you always have everything else but what you need at that very second? Really? One time I need it to go in. Alright, I'm going to stop recording here. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to a starter. So thanks for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe. Thanks.